A groundbreaking technology that became a billion-dollar project overnight and shook the entire world. ChatGPT has only entered the tech chat for a few weeks, but has taken over the globe in no time. The real question, however, is who's filling his pockets with the billions generated by it? Microsoft is all set to reclaim its throne in the AI world, and helping it in this mission is the star of the moment, ChatGPT. So let's take a deep dive into the video and find out how Microsoft is planning to change the dynamics of artificial intelligence once and for all. A few years from now, no one could have believed what a technology like ChatGPT can do for the world. This unique kind of AI technology was nothing less than a dream or a figment of imagination for tech nerds. But the CEO of Microsoft, Satya Nadella, had something else in mind. What seemed like an unforeseeable invention to computer scientists was Satya's power plan. In 2019, he invested $1 billion in OpenAI. At that moment, it was only a daydream to assume that within 3 years, this chatbot will redirect the future. Except for one company that foresighted the success of this invaluable idea and played its card in the smartest way possible. Microsoft invested in OpenAI in 2019, but they chose to do it more smartly. Being the second largest cloud computing supplier in the world, Microsoft offered to invest the money through cloud credit. Let us explain to you what that means. When an AI model is launched, the biggest expenditure that the company faces is the computing power it requires to put into the model. And as we just mentioned, Microsoft had no trouble bringing everything it needed to the table. OpenAI already had promising and strong investors and shareholders before it was released. It was Microsoft that was handing them supplies to become a partner in this future billion-dollar venture and attain maximum profits out of it. Seems like this endeavor got them just what they desired. Now the question is, what Microsoft is planning to do with ChatGPT. After its massive success, OpenAI and Microsoft might take a step forward to strengthen their partnership. We're pretty sure that the deal they're hoping to sign will leave you and their competitors with their mouths open. A few days ago, it was announced that Microsoft is willing to buy 49% of OpenAI for $10 billion. And that's not it. The wild part is that until OpenAI returns the money to Microsoft, they will have to give 75% of the company's profit to Microsoft. Looking at it from afar, this entire deal seems like a very bad idea for OpenAI, as the company holds the potential to become the topmost tech company ever known. So what can cause OpenAI to sign this deal and give away so much to Microsoft? Among many reasons which may impact this decision of OpenAI is the fact that OpenAI is spending a crazy amount of money on ChatGPT. To provide its users with the simplest content, it is spending millions of dollars every day. The speed at which they're spending money means that to manage all expenses in the upcoming year, OpenAI will need a massive amount of cash. We're talking billions of dollars, and for that time, Microsoft is becoming the gracious benefactor and demanded a huge chunk of the company so that this next big thing will have mutual benefits in store for both of them. But what's coming is bigger than that. If you think that the real purpose of this collaboration was for Microsoft to profit from ChatGPT, then you got it all wrong. Because together, two of these mighty tech companies are aiming to dominate the world of artificial intelligence. The partnership is just a small step towards something magnanimous. GPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. This pre-trained technology is practiced in this brand new robot called ChatGPT, which will auto-generate chat for its users. This genius innovation is already being bought by several reputed companies who are interested in getting these existing models of GPT for their API. Since OpenAI is getting all the revenues from these companies, guess who else is getting rich? You guessed it, it's Microsoft. Imagine the scale of the income both of these companies are generating just by selling this AI model to hundreds and thousands of companies. But just because Microsoft is possibly making more money than any other software is, doesn't mean it's going to stop playing with this newly found technology. It is going to use it to remove competition. It seems like the Google search engine has to retire. You may or may not be familiar with Microsoft's very own search engine named Bing. If you are, then you would know that this search engine has been a rather unsuccessful attempt because of its lack of originality. From its layout to its function, everything is the same as Google's search engine, and that is one reason people do not care about it much. But now that Microsoft has one of the hottest AI models in the world, it can change the game in the blink of an eye. By making ChatGPT exclusively available on Bing, it is trying to dethrone Google. After struggling for 20 years, it seems like Microsoft has found the perfect opportunity to take Google's place. But all of it isn't as simple as it seems. There are numerous problems that Microsoft has to deal with before it can think about launching ChatGPT with its search engine. The problem with artificial intelligence systems is their high expense. When a single result from ChatGPT is generated for the user, that can be 100 times more costly than a single Google search. That makes it clear that a search engine like this will need large sums of money to function. At the same time, it is important to note that the way search engines like Google and Bing make their money is through advertisers who pay search engines for each click. But with AI responding to every search on the engine, its creators fail to explain where the money will come from. Another problem that this search engine can potentially face is the risk of lawsuits. We can take a look at many examples from the past where AI-trained models have produced results that were racist and highly offensive. It is because they are simply relying on the data that is used to train it, and that data could be sourced from anywhere. That can stir up quite a drama among writers and journalists regarding copyright issues, which will inevitably result in lawsuits and scandals. Therefore, this AI system is heavily flawed at the moment and will take some time to initiate its search engine. But that doesn't mean that it will give up on the newly formed ground for it. It is expected that Microsoft will most likely work on these flaws and will come back with a solution. Shouldn't that concern Google to get ahead and create its own AI system? Well, it may not be the best policy for Google. It is because when it comes to experimenting with search engines, Google and Microsoft are not the same. Google gets its maximum revenues from its search engine, and on the other hand, Microsoft only receives 5% of revenues from Bing. That explains it all. Bill Gates recently expressed his support for ChatGPT, saying that will change our world forever. Now, all we have to do is take a seat and witness what possibilities the founder of Microsoft manifests. Overall, AI systems have started entering the global markets, and ChatGPT is being welcomed by many companies with open arms. With increasing revenues and a hopeful tomorrow, it may sign a deal with Microsoft, and that would be one of the biggest tech deals in history. Moreover, Microsoft's strategy of taking over Google through ChatGPT is another question only time can answer. Do you think that Microsoft is about to change the world by smashing down Google? And will the AI models be able to tackle all these problems and become a revolutionary technology? We would love to know your feedback in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, then don't forget to smash that subscribe button and click on the bell icon for more updates. We'll see you guys soon.